Hello and welcome to this session entitled Implied Terms and Good Faith Key Issues. My name, as you can see, is Keith Markham and I will be your presenter for this particular course today. As always, let's begin by looking at the agenda that we're going to be following. Two simple topics, but I'll just expand on each of them in a little bit more detail. We'll begin by talking about implied terms. We will look at the relevant criteria that have been settled now by the Supreme Court for a number of years. In particular, we will focus on the necessary for business efficacy and so obvious it goes without saying tests. And then, once we've explained those, we will go through examples from 3 recent cases to see how the court has chosen to apply those in practice. Once we've done that, we'll then go on to talk about the issue of good faith. We'll look at some recent guidance about the meaning of good faith. We'll then discuss the issue of express duties of good faith, and we'll see how the court interprets that is largely dependent on the way that the clause is drafted. Unsurprisingly, will it be interpreted narrowly or indeed broadly? We'll see how the court will reach its decision with regard to such matters. And then we'll go on to talk about implied duties of good faith. So we'll bring with us some of the, I was going to say the baggage, but that's probably not the right phrase, but some of the ideas from implied terms discussion we have at the beginning, and we'll actually then merge that with good faith. And in particular, we'll look at what the correct tests are that should be applied, and also look at some examples as to how the court has done that in the last year or so. That's the agenda then. Let's start straight away then by looking at our first topic, which is that of implied terms. So, key thing to note is that what you're about to see on the screen is what we might call the classic formulation. There are sort of 4 or 5 elements that we're always looking at, and they've been around for a number of years. And then once we've established those, we'll go on to see the guidance that we have at Supreme Court level from several years ago. So, first